For more analysis, let's cross to Conrado Hubner Mendes, a professor of constitutional law at the University of Sao Paulo. Good to speak to you. So how likely is Temer's impeachment and what will this process involve?
Well, the success of an impeachment request depends very much on the political support the president has in Congress. And President Temer has been able to maintain a significant majority coalition during his government. But after the leaking of the tape, which displays he himself talking about very suspicious practices with one of the richest entrepreneurs in the country, who is widely known and is being investigated for corruption and bribery, there has been an earthquake here. So we still don't know which parties will keep their support to the president. In the very first minute of this scandal, several parties of his base were announcing their leave, but they decided to wait a bit more, so it's pretty uncertain. We'll probably have a better picture of how these forces will accommodate for the moment in the next few days. The scandal is very fresh, so Temer has given 2 public speeches so far, assertively denying all allegations, but we are still waiting for the next few days. We still don't know. But it's important to emphasize that the impeachment process is probably not the most immediate threat that Temer faces. It is rather the judgment of the electoral court, which can probably or may well invalidate the election of Temer.
Is there anything Temer can do legally to prevent this impeachment, or will we see a history repeating itself as with Dilma Rousseff?
Yeah, as the other mentioned, there are several requests of impeachment, and in order the process to succeed, the lower house of Congress must first accept the plausibility of the charge in order to start the proceedings. From the legal perspective, all that Temer can do is to defend himself. But from the political perspective, he's certainly already trying to attract his supporters inside the House for impeding the proceedings to start. Yeah, that's basically what he can do.
And Brazil has been seeing one scandal after another for years now. So how has it affected the Brazilian people and everyday life for them, especially economically?
It has affected it has intoxicated the country a little bit. The country is quite polarized. But the good news is that I think we have a historical chance of tackling corruption for a more structural vantage point. The country seems to have started to realize that corruption is not just the moral failure of one political party or a number of corrupted individuals. It is much deeper than this moral failure. It is a structural failure of our political system. So, of course, it has affected our economy as well. It has affected economic growth, it has affected jobs, but all we can hope right now, which is not a very rational sentiment, but is the one we have right now, is to hope for very structural reforms.
That's all the time we have. Thank you very much for joining us here on TRT World, Conrado Hubner Mendes, and for that insight.